accept them because they are human too.
I'm Pratibha Rao. I serve the community of deaf persons by giving them some training, some education, and then giving them jobs so that they become financially self-reliant and contributors in mainstream society. I feel very strongly about what people call disabled people because a lot of us, most of us suffer from one disability or the other. So to look down upon such people or not to give them equal opportunities, be it in education or in placement or in the social circuit, is not fair. So which is why I work for this NGO and I make them or I give them equal opportunities, and that way I feel better and they too also.
Hello everyone, my name is Saesha Chanana, and over here I have Dr. Sudha Kaur. She is the Vice Chairperson and Founder Trustee of the Indian Institute of Cerebral Palsy in Kolkata. So I have an interview prepared for you. How are you feeling?
Good.
Okay, so should I start with the question?
Please do.
Okay, so to you, what is physical inabilities?
I think everybody has an ability. So whether you're physical or whether you have a physical disability or you don't, it doesn't matter. And I think that's important to remember that everybody has an ability. So to me, it doesn't matter whether you have a physical disability or not. You're a person and you have an ability.
Okay. So in the world around you, do you feel that people with physical inabilities are accepted lovingly or not?
Again, I think that people don't quite understand what is physical disability or any disability, and sometimes because they don't understand, they ignore. And therefore, I think I would say that generally people, both children and adults, because they don't understand that behind what they see, whether it's a physical disability or a mental disability, is a person, they are not able to understand how to react. So therefore, generally, they tend to ignore or avoid because they don't know what to do.
It happens with kids and grown-ups as well.
It happens with kids and grown-ups. But beta, what's very important is that it happens more with adults, more with grown-ups. Children like you,
They learn it from start, and
they
then
learn,
they grow up.
and they're
and
more
then
acceptable. They're more acceptable of anything that is different, or anyone that is different. So it's wonderful that you're doing this project. I'm extremely impressed.
Thank you. Okay, so the next question is, when did you start the Indian Institute of Cerebral Palsy in Calcutta and why?
Well, I started 45 years ago. We just celebrated our 45th anniversary, 18th of November. And I started because my oldest son has cerebral palsy. And that was my personal motivation, and a friend's daughter also had CP. So we just got together as mums and decided something could be done.
Well, to me, it's not physical inability. To me, it is being differently abled. Because any negative term takes away from the point that anybody who loses one particular faculty has a much more enhanced other faculties. So I personally like the term differently abled to completely remove the negativity from such conditions.
Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be interviewing Miss Ratna Prabha. She is differently able. She is not able to hear or speak. And with us I have Miss Sangeeta. She is going to help me communicate with her during this interview. So starting with the interview, were you born with these disabilities?
ये सुनो नहीं बोल सकते हो वो कैसे था पैदा ही वैसे हुए थे birth में.
So you were born with this.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did you get to know?
कैसे पता चला कि सुन नहीं सकते हो, बोल नहीं सकते? हाँ. So you were how old when mommy came to know? You were small.
एक दो.
Okay. So she was small only. The mother realized that she is very serious. She's not reacting to anything. So they took her to the doctor. So
And
the
that's
doctor
how-
checked and said.
And that's how
yeah.
she found out. Okay. So have you ever been treated differently because of your disability?
तो जो आप बोल नहीं सकते, सुन नहीं सकते, तो लोगों ने आपसे गलत व्यवहार किया, गलत तरीके थोड़ा किया? तो हो जाता है, बट बुरी तरह से किया कुछ लोगों ने, बुरा किया? Not now. Earlier
now,
it used
earlier
to,
only.
but now she can write and she can manage to communicate, so she doesn't have a problem now.
But like, how was she treated like that?
तो क्या हुआ, कैसे बुरी तरीके से किया पहले? नहीं, तो लोगों ने क्या किया? स्कूल में, बच्चों ने.
So the children in her school used to bully her.
Yeah, they used to.
Oh, that's so sad. So how do you manage to communicate with others without talking?
तो अभी communication में कोई problem है? हाँ. So now how she does it is, if you talk slowly, she lip reads you. So she has to be looking at you.
So she can lip read
She can
everyone's
lip read.
mind.
Yeah,
So,
so-
and she communicates with sign language.
No, she talks. She is lip reading you, so she can't hear you, but she's understanding the words.
So she understands you
Yes.
while lip reading, but she
Yes.
communicates back by with sign language.
Sign language and whatever little she's
Yeah.
speaking now.
Okay. So is managing your daily life difficult?
रोज की जिंदगी आराम से कर सकते हो मैनेज, या मैनेजिंग में तकलीफ है? हो जाता है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. जैसे so she says there are problems, but she's trying, she's at it.
Of course.
God is with her, so she's
And did I
managing.
mention she is also a graphic designer in a textile company? So I'm sure she has gone very far. So can you hear a little but still have trouble with it, or can you hear nothing?
थोड़ा भी सुनाई देता है या बिल्कुल कुछ नहीं सुनाई देता? कुछ नहीं सुनाई देता. Since birth, she can't hear at all.
She can't hear at all.
वो सुनाई देता. Okay, so the sound of a train, when the train
Yeah.
whistles, that sound she can hear. Plane sound when it is loud, she can hear.
So she can hear like so
Very
she can
softly.
hear extremely loud,
Loud
sounds,
sounds.
but very softly in her ears.
Yes.
So otherwise, like us talking, she cannot hear
No, she can't hear.
at all.
Not at all. And only if she is looking at you, she understands. But if her back is to you, she can't understand what you're saying.
Oh. So did you feel bad before about your disability?
जब पता चला कि आप सुन नहीं सकते, बोल नहीं सकते, तो बुरा लगा था? या obviously.
And why was that though?
But she's proud.
She's proud of it and good.
Yeah.
Okay, thank
and,
you.
and if I can add,
Yeah.
I've seen her dance on music.
You've seen her dance.
Dance. And I asked her, how are you dancing so well? And she said, I can feel the heartbeat. The beats of the music, I can feel it. And I dance with that.
That's the best way to communicate when you can talk, when you cannot talk.
Absolutely. So she can't hear and talk, but she can communicate.
Yeah.
That's the plus point.
Okay, so thank you. So, on behalf of Pathways, we thank her for her time.
Thank
And
you.
of course, Miss Sangeeta.
Thank you.
What I'd like to share today is when we work with physically differently abled individuals or mentally differently abled individuals, the most important aspect of that is to keep in mind the felt sense. When I mean felt sense is the feeling, what we feel as individuals, if we are able bodied or differently abled. So every individual has an emotion, has a feeling, and if we just keep that in mind, it really doesn't matter as to what disability we are looking into. I have always worked with the mentally challenged individuals, and I always felt that when I just connected with their felt sense, with their feelings, I could go a long way in understanding what they are going through in spite of having their mental challenges. And today's generation, they are very sensitive, they understand, and if they can just develop more sensitivity towards an emotion as to how to deal with these individuals or how to make them a part of a society, keeping in mind only their emotions, only their feelings, and how they can connect with their feelings. And I think that will be a remarkable difference for the whole world.
In my understanding, a physical inability does not need to be cured physically. If you get the love and support and acceptance by the people around you, it will help to reduce the pain physically and mentally.